Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about this very interesting topic that some people always ask me online. Okay, what is the difference between FA and TA? Okay, so what is FA? FA stands for Fundamental Analysis over here. I write down FA, and then TA stands for Technical Analysis. So we have FA and TA. So what is the difference between FA and TA? Okay, when I first started many years ago in investing and trading, I started with FA first, fundamental analysis. Okay, so what is fundamental analysis? Fundamental analysis is basically looking at the value of a company, okay, that is listed in the exchange. There is a way to value what the share price should be based on certain calculation. You can have different models to calculate what the share price should be. Okay, so example, we can use dividend. Okay, there is a financial model called dividend discount model. Okay, you can use like cash flow to find out how much the business is generating in terms of cash flow. You can use things like earnings, okay, PE ratio and things like that. This is basically to calculate the valuation of the company. Okay, today we won't go into the detail of how to calculate, but basically what you're looking at is the numbers. Okay, you look at the numbers, you look at the P&L, the profit and loss statement, you look at the assets, the liability, and then you come up with a theoretical valuation. You come up with valuation of the company. Okay, but the thing, it is a theoretical value. Okay, it is not a real value. Okay, so with this theoretical value, you compare that with the share price that's traded in the exchange right now. Example, let's say Tesla is worth $500. Okay, and then how much is it worth right now in the exchange? And then from there, you look for what we call a margin of safety, or we look for what is called margin of safety. So what is margin of safety? Basically, after calculating the valuation of the share price, okay, let's say example, the share price is at $500 is the valuation. Okay, so from there, right, then you say, okay, what is the share price right now that's traded in exchange? So the share price, sometimes because of certain news, because of the market condition, the share price can drop below the valuation price. So once the share price drop below the valuation price, then we have what we call margin of safety. Basically, it's the difference between what's the valuation price right now and what is the current price that's traded in exchange right now. And this difference is called the margin of safety. Okay, and some people call this being undervalued. Okay, being undervalued. Okay, so that is for fundamentals, looking at the numbers, looking at dividends, looking at cash flow, looking at different ways to calculate what the share price should be worth, to come up with a theoretical value of the share price to decide whether it's a good share to buy right now. Okay, so how about TA? What is TA? So in TA, technical analysis, they are no longer looking at the numbers, how much the business should be worth, what is the cash flow generating and things like that. What they have is they assume that everything that is happening in the market, whether it's people looking at the fundamentals, whether it's insider buying, whether it's economic news, big picture, everything is priced in, okay, into the price that is currently traded in the exchange right now. So what we have over here is we study the share price that was traded in the exchange. So we look at charts, okay, and we look at the charts and what's happening to the share price that's on the traded in exchange. Okay, so the assumption is like this. Okay, let's say example that insider. They have insider, we do not know, right? But insider, they say, hey, next quarter the results will be good, and then they share with their friends, hey, maybe you should buy the share and things like that. So they will be buying in the share, okay? And then of course there will be people that are also selling the shares, maybe they don't know the insider news, okay? So what we do is, instead of looking at the fundamentals, what is available publicly, okay, they may be looking at things that are available publicly, but sometimes not available publicly too, okay? And then they study this and looking at historical, when this happened, okay, whether we should be buying or selling the share price. Okay, buying or selling the share. Okay, so right now what we do is at the end of the day, we are looking at the conclusion. Okay, we are looking at the conclusion of everyone in the exchange, whether it's insider, whether it's retail, whether it's banks, institution, and things like that. The conclusion is what? Is it bullish or bearish? And then from there, they make a decision whether it's a good price to buy or not. Okay, so this is another way of looking at fundamental technical analysis. Okay, I hope this thing has been useful for you all. But lastly, you will ask me, Collin, so what do you prefer? You know, what do you prefer? Do you prefer fundamental analysis or do you prefer technical analysis? Okay, so I'll share this with you all. Okay, I am not stuck in one. Okay, let me explain why. Some people, they are very they're stuck in one. They say, okay, fundamental is the thing, you know, technical doesn't no use at all. You know, how can you use future price, current price to predict future price? Is impossible. And then there's some people say, hey, fundamental no use because there'll be insider buying, insider selling, things that not public to the market. People be doing, you know. So sometimes it can be shares that are undervalued but continue to be undervalued. So they're stuck in these two things. Okay. So first thing first, for you to invest bigger amount of money, I believe that it's important to know the fundamentals. Okay, that means, let's say, example, you want to put 10% of your net worth, okay, significant money, okay, into a share. You need to know the fundamentals. You need to know what's happening to the company. Okay, if you are just making like $1,000, then nothing like, you know. But let's say, example, right now you want to put significant amount of money, then you need to know what is the company about. Okay, when in the future and things like that. Okay, that's fundamentals. Okay, however, I will not just use, just because there is margin of safety, I will buy the share. I will not do that. Why? Because there will be things that we do not know that Okay, so what I do is I'll look at technicals. Does my fundamental and my technicals agree? Okay, many stories many years ago, many stories about stocks with good fundamentals and then the price eventually go to zero. Also, okay, many news. Maybe you can recall one Singapore stock called City Raya. I think no longer in traded exchange right now. Okay, the fundamental was very good. You know, all the analysts was recommending buy, and then there were a lot of eventually there was a lot of fraud, and then the company just collapsed. Okay, so the price went to zero. Okay, but you will understand that during that time the public numbers look very good. Okay, every guy who look at the fundamentals say, hey, this company is a good stock to buy. Okay, so I do not just look at just fundamentals. Okay, fundamental give you the conviction to buy more, but my technical must agree. That means if the stock is so good, there must be others who also know about it. You will not be that secret super someone that only you are the one in the whole world did that fundamental and buy the undervalued shares. Do you know what I mean? So if it's a good stock, it should reflect in the share price. Okay, that is what I mean by you must agree. You must agree. So conclusion is fundamental give you the conviction to buy, but technicals will give you the confirmation that, hey, this is true. Then with this, I'll make a better decision to buy or sell the shares. Okay, of course there are other things that need to look at besides just fundamental and technicals. You know, there are other things that we need to look into, but we will maybe cover in the future video. I hope this short sharing session is useful for you in terms of fundamental and technicals, and see you in our future video. Bye.